Hey, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the LAFC career, where we are almost through the month of May now. 10, 11 games in, the contenders are starting to rise above the rest of the teams, and at the end of last episode, I showed you the Western Conference and where we stand within our own conference. We're 9 games above, or 9 points above Seattle with 11 games played, but what I didn't show you was the Eastern Conference. So, with this picture of just the West, it looks like we're absolutely killing it. We're just running away with the league. No, we're not. I didn't show you the East. Columbus is on 30 points. They've actually played 13 games, though, so way more than almost everybody else. NYCFC's played the same number of games as us. They're on 24 points, so they're only 1 point back of us. And DC, after 10 games, is on 20 points. So we are not, by any stretch, just running away with the supporter shield this season. It's just that in the Western Conference, everyone's just kind of muddled in the middle. There's a very thin gap between 2nd and 7th, whereas in the East, there's a couple of teams rising up above everyone else. So we just happen to be, I think, in the lesser of the 2 conferences this year. But before we go any further, I bet you thought I forgot about the comment section, didn't you? I bet you did, but I did not. So let's get in and check out the comments from last episode. Is your roster getting too non-American? And I actually had to stop and think about this when I saw that comment, and I had to go check. We're actually about half of our roster is American, which isn't, I guess it's not overly non-American, but it's not out of the ordinary either to have about half your roster as American. I guess it really just comes down to finding more Americans in the draft and drafting more Americans. So I guess I'll try to do that a little bit more for the upcoming draft and scout more Americans, and that can kind of raise the number of players from the United States in the team. Superman gets subbed off, uses laser vision, kills manager. I ain't getting off the pitch. LA lads, you've had some weird comments over the last couple days. That one made me laugh, though. I don't know what it was, but that one was just freaking bizarre and funny. And it's nice to see Hector Herrera getting some love in the comments. Even though I'm not still fully convinced he's going to work in this team, I guess he is starting to play a little bit better. So we had one comment that said, I think Paulinho definitely would have been the better box-to-box / overall midfielder, but do not lose faith in Hector Herrera. I have faith he'll catch fire. And then there was another one that said Hector Herrera played much better this time. I would like to see more of him, to see how he develops in the team. So we're going to stick with him. Obviously, we don't really have a choice at this point. So hopefully he does continue to fit with the team and just play his way into the squad. Yo, could you show your tactical settings in your team next episode, please? Yes, I can. I forgot to do it last episode, so let's do it this time. And actually, it's really nothing special. Almost everything is just perfectly in the middle just for balance. I like balance in my team. You probably hear me talk about that a lot. But defensive style, we have press after possession loss. It doesn't really help a lot to get the ball back high up the pitch. It works every once in a while, but really what it does is cut down on the number of counterattacks I let the other team get out on. If I press them after I lose the ball, it makes it harder for them to play a long pass up the field and break on a counterattack. Width and depth are bang in the middle for balance. Offensive style is balanced. Width and players in the box, bang in the middle for balance again. And then on corners and free kicks, it's set just, there is no like middle section or middle point for that, so it's on 3 apiece, just having an extra player in the box to attack those crosses in. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, nothing special there. So 2 out of our next 3 games are going to be against RSL. They're in 10th place. Don't see much of a point in playing them. So we're going to sim both of those games. This first one's going to be on the road in Sandy, Utah. Our team is fully rested and ready to go for this one. And Superman gets us going with an early goal. I like to see that. And whoo, he adds another one. Thank goodness we get the 2-1 victory. Now, actually, while I was counting the number of Americans that I had in my team, something else came to my attention. We actually have too many players in our active roster. We're trying to keep the active roster to 30 players. We currently have 34, although 2 of them are out on loan, Park and Fuentes, so I'm not counting them towards our active roster. But that still leaves us on 32, so we have to release 2 players. And looking at the breakdown of what positions we have 4 goalkeepers in the active roster. Most MLS teams, I think, carry 2. So we're definitely going to be releasing a goalkeeper here. Killian Roberts is going to be the odd man out. He's on 8 months left on his contract, 60 overall, 25 years old. I really don't need him. And as tempting as it would be to also release Joe Bendick, and believe me, I really considered it, I'm actually going to leave him on the roster till the end of the season when his contract expires. Then he'll be leaving the team. Instead, we're going to release Jalen Robinson alongside Killian Roberts. And another roster move we're going to make is to send George Wolf, our first-round pick from last draft, out on loan. He's not getting any playing time here, and I don't have the time to dedicate training to him as well as I'm training some other players right now. So we'll send him out on loan for a season to FC Wacker, and hopefully he gets some playing time over there and develops a little bit. And now we actually can get in and play a game today, and oh boy, is it a big one. It's first place LAFC, first place Columbus Crew. You know what it is. Two probably best teams in the league this year. I know LAFC's right there, but I haven't played them yet, so I don't know. We have played Columbus, though, in the US Open Cup. We did manage to knock them out 1-0 in a very tough match. They're a very good defensive side. We know this. We know what to expect. All right, here we go at Bank of California Stadium. And I said Columbus was a good defensive team. They're actually the best defensive team, only conceding 8 goals this season. We're the best offensive team, having scored 23. Oh, I'd say this game, Columbus, Zimmerman, big intervention there. Columbus are actually playing offense today. They did not do that last time we played them, and they're passing the ball around and making us work defensively. They're going to have a corner for that one as well. Okay, Columbus got a little bit scarier. Here we go, ball in the middle for K. K gets by the first man. He's getting tugged, but gets that pass away for Herrera. Herrera tries the back heel. I do not know how that ball got to Brett Evans. That should have been... as many passes as they've cut out in this game already, and we're 27 minutes in, I'm ready to pull my freaking hair out with their defense. As many passes as they've cut out, they missed that one. That pass from Hector Herrera, that shouldn't have worked. Oh, well, that was unfortunate play. Zardes, oh my god, could you calm down a little bit? Boy, that ball was back for Herrera. I thought that was going to go to Evans. Instead, Evans playing it through for Christian. If it was, why did he just let it roll a little bit more and hit it with his right foot? All right, Brett Evans to deliver this corner. That's not where I wanted to put it. Zach Steffen did not come for that, and it very nearly ended up in a bad situation for him, and Hector Herrera gets a shot. Now we're on it, boys. Now we're getting opportunities. Ball up for Pacheco. Evans somehow gets on that and gets that pass away to Vela. Vela back in for Evans. That save by Zach Steffen was freaking nutty. All right, we have a corner here. There's a lot of space just in the middle of that box, and it's for Zimmerman. What was Columbus do? As good as they are marking on set pieces, they freaking fell asleep. You can't just leave Walker Zimmerman on a corner. Are you drunk? He's going to take full advantage of that and smashes that into the top corner. No one's stopping that thing. 2-0. That goal by Zimmerman went as an own goal. I don't know who even touched it. I guess maybe it glanced off the dude on the line. Good lord, dude. Wow, I can't believe they missed that shot. They just, every time they lose the ball, they use the press after possession loss so effectively. They're just terrifying. What a save by Tyler Miller. Nice move. There we go. Through ball. It's going to be Diego Rossi. Hammers that one. Ooh, that was a filthy finish from Diego Rossi. I think he traveled that thing into the top corner. We'll have to see the replay, but that looked nasty. The passing, man. Columbus are starting to leak numbers forward, trying to get back into it. I think it was more of just a toe poke. Boy, Herrera on it. Ooh, pulls it back. Dumps 2 defenders. Herrera coming forward. Has a shot. And it's wide. He's never going to score, is he? I was going to try a finesse there, but he doesn't have good curve. I don't really know what to do with his long shots. He can do long shots. He's just kind of shit at him. I don't know what the hell's going on. And that's the final whistle. Yeah, Columbus was very unimpressive in that one. We really sent a message there. I don't know if we sent a message so much as Columbus just choked. They were really not good. And now we once again have RSL. This time we're at home to play them. We already beat them away at their place. We should be able to take care of business at home. And we do 3-0. Same score we beat Columbus by. And this time it's Vela with 2 and Zimmerman adding another one. And for the player of the month for the month of May, we had 3 out of the 4 players from LAFC. We had Zimmerman, Vela, and Hector Herrera. I don't know how Hector Herrera got on that list, but Okay. And then there's also Quintero from Minnesota United, and it is Carlos Vela that grabs Player of the Month. So, hey, that's nice. I always like to see one of our players grab Player of the Month. And we are now into the month of June, and this is where things get extremely tricky. We have Seattle up next, away at CenturyLink Field. 2 days later, DC United. 3 days later, NYCFC, which is a very good team this season. 2 days later, Dallas. 2 days later, Montreal. 2 days later, Giles Barnes and Colorado. I don't think I can even blame Giles Barnes for this scheduling. This is just a fuckery. The MLS schedule in real life looks nothing like this. This is a joke. So Seattle, to start this episode, was in second place. They're now 10 points behind second place, which is now Vancouver. And I'm not really sure what the hell's going on with the standings. The teams are just going everywhere. It's a freaking crazy scene in the Western Conference. But even with Seattle out of the playoff spots right now, it's a trip to the link in Seattle. You know we're going to play that one. All right. CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Here we go. And Seattle now has Rui Diaz back. So, you know, that's probably an upgrade for them. All right, here we go. Finally with some possession here. That's nice. Well, it almost got through there for Rossi. I mean, it sort of does. Back. Beautiful passing. Another one. Oh, it's Carlos Vela. It's too pretty. When we're finally able to control the ball for more than 2 seconds, we're able to put together a decent offensive possession. I'd say that was an excellent offensive possession. And Player of the Month, Carlos Vela right there, picking up where he left off in the month of May. Makes it 1-0 at CenturyLink, which is really unfortunate for Seattle because they've absolutely dominated the first 20 or so minutes of this game. Here we go. Oh, that's a nice pass. A cutback. Get the ball away. It's Brett Evans. Turns it back. Was that Diego Rossi? I think it was Diego Rossi. I was expecting it to be Ramirez. And then, well, actually, we do get a corner from that. I'm not even sure how. Ball in. Ramirez. It's 2-0. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but literally only Zimmerman and Ramirez score on corners. And yet we are still able to get whatever we want with them. Oh, at least once a game, we score from a corner. It's mad. And that's just poor coding from EA. They should be able to identify who our danger men are and mark them up properly, and they just can't. Oh, we're coming forward again. There's still time before the half. It's Christian Ramirez. He's all by himself. Christian Ramirez is going to hold it up, lay it off. It's 3-0. It is Brett Evans. I was actually trying to pull that back for Mark Anthony K, but we'll take Brett Evans. That's fine too. Seattle, just like in the playoffs last year where we slaughtered them. I think it was 9-0 on aggregate. They've just fallen apart. They started so well, and they've collapsed. Oh, again, Rossi just spins his man over there, and he's through. Rui Diaz pulls it back, top of the box. Now's the time. Hector Herrera has scored a goal, and it's at CenturyLink Field. Finally, he breaks the duck, and he's on the score sheet. Oh, it's been a long time coming for Hector Herrera. But if there was ever a game to do it, it's against Seattle. For whatever reason, we just absolutely kill them now. All right, corner here for Seattle. Ball in, and that's never going to work. I don't even know why they would try that. Roldan. For the other Roldan, one of the Roldan brothers just scored a banger. It was CR7. Christian Roldan gets a consolation goal. There's 25 minutes left. They're not scoring 3 more, I don't think, but that was a nice play. Nice little turn from Moutinho to take that ball away from whoever was over there. And it's up for Enrique Vera. Vera coming forward. Cuts it in on his right foot. Vera still coming forward. Still coming. That was so good. That was beautiful vision from Enrique Vera to find Carlos Vela again. He scored a lot of goals in this episode. He scored a couple in simulations and a couple here in this one. And it's 5-1. Again, Seattle is so bad defensively. Now we're off again. Oh, we're so off again. And here comes Hector Herrera. Steaming for... He just did that. Hector Herrera. Corner for Seattle. This probably is going to be their last opportunity to... It's Harry Shipp. Really? We gave up a goal to Harry Shipp. Okay. What a... Okay. I don't even know what that was. It's 5-3. I'm glad that we're in stoppage time at this point because Seattle's just starting to run us over. I don't even know what's gotten into them in this second. That ball, that shot by Nagel went off the post. How in the hell was that ball that accurate? And how did he even... Okay, what? whatever. The game is still over, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna not mess around anymore. We're just gonna go back to Tyler Miller and then spread over here to Matinho. Got about, what, 30 seconds, 20 seconds left. That should do it. There we go. Okay, well, what was a rout turned into a bit of a curious end for us. I've got some questions of our defense. Maybe we just lacked focus because we were up by so much, but giving up goals like that, it's never, I don't like that. It's not acceptable. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here for today. I know a little bit of a shorter episode, only playing 2 games, but we kind of did a lot of other stuff as well as far as the roster goes. So we'll end it there for today. We still sit 9 points clear of second place, but now that's Vancouver on 28 points. Colorado, the Fighting Giles Barneses, doesn't have the same ring as the Fighting Wandos, does it? Yeah, no. But Colorado's right there in third on 25 points. Minnesota, San Jose, there's the Fighting Wandos, and Dallas round out the top 6 in the West. And there is the rest of the conference as well. In the East, still Columbus up top, but there is NYCFC. The only team left with only 1 loss is NYCFC. We will play them next episode, as well as third place DC United, who've had a bit of a rough episode, I think, because they were a lot farther ahead than what they are now. But either way, they're still a very, very good team. If they're anything like they were last year, we know that they're going to be a decent side to face. And then there's the rest of the Eastern Conference as well. So that's what we'll end it for today. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you when we come back for some more LAFC career. See ya.